Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next game in the 1967 American League Pennant Chase. We are dwindling things down. We're now up to September the 23rd in this two-team race, but Boston is hanging on by a literal thread as we look at the standings, and we can see right here Boston is behind Detroit by 4.5 games. Detroit has played 155, so they have 7 remaining. Boston has 6 remaining. Magic number for Detroit is 3. Combination of 3 Detroit wins or 3 Boston losses, and Detroit will win the American League and go on to face the Cardinals in the World Series. Let's see here if I can move this over a little bit. Maybe we can fit more stuff in. Never sure how that looks until I see it pop up on my computer so I can see what you guys are seeing. So hopefully, and I'm going to move this anyway once the game starts. I just want to put it out there now so you can see the starting lineups for each team, the benches and the bullpens. Nothing really changed that much from the previous game. So difference here is different starting pitchers. Lee Stange for the Red Sox and Gene Brabender for the Baltimore Orioles. And having this here also helps me. Hello, Ben. Hello, Brian B. Helps me get the focus back here. Just finished up watching RJL's ticker, which Brian B, I'm sure you figure was rigged with his Mets and the Reds. That had to be rigged. So, as I was saying, Detroit leads Boston by 4.5. Magic number is 3 for Detroit to clinch the American League. All right. Got our Baltimore Oriole colored dice. Switching around a little bit this time. Last time I used an orange D20 and a black D6. This time I'm flip-flopping orange D6 and a black 20. Although the Orioles just having beaten the Red Sox the first 3 games of the series, sweeping them in last night's live doubleheader, then Baltimore just seems to have all the mojo right now. All right. Looks like everything is where it's supposed to be. Let me move this out to the side. Of course, I do have the base running helper if needed. We'll pull that out when it's applicable. Let me take one last look and make sure we are in good shape as far as what can be seen on the screen. Looks like we are. Might have to tilt this just a hair, but I think that'll do it. All right, so on the mound for the Orioles, right-hander Gene Brabender. He was 6-4 with a 3.35 ERA, and he can face 27 batters before he tires. And of course, for the Red Sox, it's Lee Stange, 8-10 with a 2.77 ERA. He can also face 27 batters. And they're going to need to get some length, at least Boston will, because they use their bullpen quite a bit. Now, granted, they have lots of bullpen pitchers they did not use, so they still have some arms there. The Orioles really only used Watt in Game 2, and the other game was a Rickard pitching a complete game pretty much, so not a whole lot remaining to be gone here for the Orioles. They got a well-rested bullpen, and they've got the momentum on their side. So let's get down to business. Orioles and Red Sox. Here we go. Brabender, 4-3. It's a blank. We go to Joe Foy. 5-2. It's a ground ball to first. Boog Powell takes it to the bag himself, 1 away. Brings up Mike Andrews. And this is what the Red Sox experienced in both games of the doubleheader, is their offense just went completely kaput. 1-5. Possible error on the throw. Don't know if it was good Oriole pitching or bad hitting. That's a 6-6. It's a ground ball to short. Possible error on a throw. That's a 6. Shortstop error rating Aparicio is an 11, so that will be an E6 on Aparicio. The receiver of the throw is Boog Powell. His range is a 2. He cannot take it back, so see, Andrews is a 3. Can he get to second base? He cannot, so he will have to hold at first base, so it's going to be an E6. E6 on Aparicio. Andrews is aboard. His attempt to steal is a 2, or to get the jump, I should say, is a 2. And he cannot get the jump. So here's Yaz. You don't want to run in front of Yaz anyway. I want to let the Yaz swing away. Brabender 2-3. That's a range play. The infield is halfway, so that could affect infielder fielding. Yaz 2-1. That's a ground ball to second, but it's a range check on the second baseman, Davy Johnson. He is a 3. Davy Johnson is a 3. 1-3, but he's actually a 2 because the infield's halfway. So it's a 1-2 to get to this. And he cannot. It's a base hit, S4. To get to third base, you need a 3 or better from first base. Andrews has that. So it's going to be a single for Yastrzemski. And now runners are on the corners with only 1 out. And maybe the Red Sox looking to change their fortunes. The Orioles won this game real world 7-5. To get the lead, Yaz needs a 2. He did not get it. Orioles looking for the double play on George Scott. 2-6 is a strikeout. They'll take that 2-12, and they'll get it. He's a 10. Stadium adds 2, so he gets the strikeout on George Scott. Big strikeout there. 2 down, and now here's Reggie Smith, and do the Red Sox come away empty-handed after all of this? Brabender to Reggie Smith. 2-2 is the ballpark card going to Memorial Stadium for Reggie Smith's at bat. 5-3. It's a power result to left field. Memorial Stadium goes to 13, but that's an 18, so just a deep fly to left. Hauled out there by Blefary, and the Red Sox come away empty-handed. No runs, a hit, an error, and 2 left. At the end of half an inning, it's the Red Sox nothing, and the Orioles coming to bat. And on the mound will be Lee Stange. And he'll be facing Aparicio. He booted that play that could have cost the Orioles a run, but did not. Stange, 3-3. Strikeout chance, 16 is way too high for that. Aparicio will swing. 5-1. He's going to single to third base. So Foy knocked it down but had no play. Aparicio infield single. And now to get the jump or get the lead, he needs a 4 or less. Does not get it, so he will hold. And here's left fielder Kurt Blefary. Stange, 2-6, blank. We go to Blefary. 5-5. It's a double to center field for Blefary. So they're jumping on Stange early and often. Double to center is a +1. Aparicio's a 4, becomes a 5. 1-5 he scores. He does. So Aparicio will come around and score. And the Orioles take a 1-0 lead just that quickly. 2 batters in. A single by Aparicio, a double by Blefary. Orioles lead 1-0, and the Tigers, who had the day off, are loving it. They're still in D.C. They're just kicking back in their clubhouse and just watching the game. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Here's Paul Blair. 5-3, it's a blank. We go to Paul Blair. 2-6, it's a fly to center. That's out number 1. To go from second to third, you drop 2 on your speed, so it brings him down to a 1. Reggie Smith is a 0. So a 1, he will get to third base. Anything else, he's got to hold. And he's got to hold. So Blefary not able to move up. 1 away for Frank Robinson. Nothing on strategy. Here's Stange to Robinson. 6-4, strikeout chance 16 is too high. 1-2, it's a fly to left field. It would have been a double against the lefty, but it's just a fly to left for out number 2. And that is a -3 to go from second to third on a fly to left. So that makes Blefary a 0. And Yastrzemski's a -1, so that makes him a -1, so he has to hold. And it's up to Brooks Robinson if the Orioles want to add to the lead. Stange, 4-4, range play. Robinson, 6-2, is a pop to third. We're checking the range of Joe Foy. And unfortunately for the Red Sox, he's a 1. This has to be a 1 for him to make that catch. And it is not. So let's do failed range play. Failed range play on a pop-up. Pop-up to third turns into an S5. So it will be an S5. And it says here, with less than 2 outs, you get 1 base. With 2 outs, you get 2 bases. So since there were 2 outs, Blefary will score. So that's going to be a single for Brooks Robinson. Actually, it's going to be a double. Going to turn to a double because you get 2 bases. So it's going to be a double for Brooks Robinson. RBI double, and it's 2-0 Orioles on that failed range play from Joe Foy. Here's Boog Powell. Nothing on the strategy. Stange to Powell, 6-4 strikeout, 10 got him to end the inning. But the Orioles pick up 2 runs in the first inning. They pick up right where they left off last night. They do it on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the second, it's Orioles 2, Red Sox nothing. Tigers are enjoying life right now. All right, here's Hawk Harrelson in his Kansas City A's garb against Brabender. 3-3, ball 1 on a wild pitch. Try again. 3-5, and that is a strikeout chance. 10. He's an 8. Stadium adds 2, so he will grab some bench, as he likes to say. Hawk Harrelson will grab some bench on the strikeout. 1 away. Here's Rico Petrocelli. 2-2 ballpark card going to Memorial Stadium for Rico's at bat. 6-2 is the star 1, which is a ground ball to Davy Johnson. Easily handled. 2 up, 2 down for Russ Gibson. 6-5. That's a home run question mark. 18 fails. So Gibson will not get a chance for a home run. Had to be a 1-16. But Gibson will swing it. 1-4. He grounds it right back to Brabender. And it's an easy 1-2-3 inning for Gene Brabender. And the Orioles keep that 2-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the second. Stange back out. And he'll be facing Johnson, Haney, and Brabender. Stange, 1-6 pitcher result. 1-17 is a single. That's an 8, so it will be a single for Davy Johnson. His attempt to get the lead is a 1. And he has a 1. Now, does he want to steal? He's a 9. Plus 3 makes it a 12. Gibson, though, is a -2 for a 10. 50-50 chance if he wants to try to steal. They're feeling lucky, so why not? And he's in there, stolen base. When the karma's going your way, you got to take advantage of it and keep it going. Keep that old Mo going. And so Davy Johnson steals second base. That'll bring up Larry Haney. He can't steal third, so no reason to rolling strategy rolls here. Stange, 4-5. That's a blank. Go to Haney. 3-5, and that's a ground ball back to the pitcher. Now, on a ground ball back to the pitcher, runner at second base, it says we roll 1d6, and if it's higher than his base running rating, he holds. If it's not higher, he advances. So he's a 3. So a 1, 2, or 3, he will go to third. 4, 5, or 6, he has to hold. And he has to hold. So he holds at second base with 1 out. For the pitcher, Gene Brabender, he's an 071 hitter. Bunting him to third doesn't really do a whole lot of good, so they're just going to let him swing away. 5-2, and that is a strikeout chance to a right-hander, so he strikes out for out number 2. So even if he had tried to bunt, he would have struck out on the bunt, so it really was irrelevant. And here's Aparicio. Stange, 6-6 is a walk chance, 7 too high. He's a 4 plus the 2 is a 6, but 7 just misses. Aparicio, 3-1, power result to center, goes to 16. That's a 5. It's a single to center field for Luis Aparicio. He singles to center field. Now, can Davy Johnson score? He's a 3, but with 2 outs. Oh, now Tabby just came in. 1 second, and I'll get the tabulation correct. Short feline interruption as Tabby opened the door and came in, so she was out there. Now she's back in. All right, so it's a single, and as I was saying, Davy Johnson is a 3, but with 2 outs, he becomes a 4. And then go to our chart. On a single to center field against Boston, runner at second, you add 2 more. So that makes him a 6. So that means he will score without a throw. And the Orioles lead it 3-0. on the RBI single from Luis Aparicio. His attempt to get the lead is a 4. And he does not get that lead. So here's Bleffery. He had an RBI double his first time up. Orioles lead at 3-0. 2-2 is a walk chance, 19 too much. Go to Bleffery. 4-6 is going to pop it to second to end the inning. But the Orioles pick up another run. They do it on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left. We go to the third. It's 3-0 Orioles. And you wonder how long they're going to go with Lee Stange. He's a pretty good pitcher, 2.77 ERA. He's just not doing too well. A little bit early to pinch it for him right now, I would think. So they're going to leave him in there. 0.61 hitter, so obviously he's not very good. 2-2, and that's a ballpark card going to Memorial Stadium for Lee Stange. Maybe get a hit that way. 4-5. That's a home run to center field. But he's got 0 power, so it's just a fly ball, can of corn. Actually, a little bit deeper than that. Went to the warning track, but one away. And here's Joe Foy. Brabender, 1-5 is a possible error on a throw. Foy, 3-6, a single to center field. There's no throw to worry about, so it's just going to be a single for Foy. And he's aboard with 1 out, an attempt of 2 to get the lead. Does not get it. Here is Mike Andrews, infield double play depth for the Orioles. Brabender, 4-6, strikeout chance, 15 is too much. Go to Andrews. 6-2, star 5, that is a ground ball to first, possible double play. He's a 3. You don't get the halfway because it went to first, so it stays a 3. Pivot at short, Aparicio is a 0. So it's a 1-3, and they turn the 3-6-3 double play. They do not. Just get the fielder's choice. Andrews beats the relay, but is a 3-6 fielder's choice. Andrews, the new runner at first base. His attempt is a 2. He cannot get the lead, but again, Yaz is coming up to bat, so I don't think you're going to run in front of Yaz. Brabender, 3-6. Blank to a left-hander would have been an automatic out to a right-hander. Yaz, 5-5, star 3, and that's going to be a ground ball to third. And old reliable Brooksy will throw him out. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the third. 3-0, favor of the Orioles. And the Red Sox are pulling the same stuff they pulled last night, where they just can't get the offense going. And the pitching gives up just enough to lose. Hello, Mr. RJL. Paul Blair against Lee Stange. 4-2, blank. We go to Paul Blair. 2-6, fly to center. 1 away. He's flied to center twice. 1 down for Frank Robinson. Stange trying to give him some innings. 5-2. That's a strikeout chance to a right-hander. That's a 2. Struck him out. Had he been a left-hander, that would have been a home run. But it's a strikeout. So 2 down for Brooks Robinson. So quite the big contrast for Lee Stange on that block. Lefty's a home run, righty's a strikeout. Pretty severe difference. So that will send up Brooks Robinson. 2 out, space is empty. Stange going for his first 1-2-3 inning. 2-5 is a blank. Go to Brooksy. Whoop, the white die didn't go through. Let's redo that. 3-3, star 1. It's a ground ball to short. And Petrocelli takes care of it. It's the first 1-2-3 inning of the night for Lee Stange. And we go to the fourth. Still 3-0. Favor of the Orioles, who won the game real world 7-5. Red Sox 4.5 games back with 6 to play. Magic number is 3 for the Tigers. It could be 2 after this game's over with. Tigers are loving it. 6-3 is a range play. We go to George Scott. Or a range check. 3-1 ground ball to short. We're checking Aparicio. He's only a 2. So 1-2 he makes the play. He does not. It's going to sneak by for a base hit by George Scott. His attempt is a 2. Nothing going on. So here's Reggie Smith. Infield looking for the double play. Brabender, 3-2. Strikeout plus to a righty, but Smith's a switch. So that's a blank. So we go to Reggie Smith. 5-2, star 4, ground ball to short, possible double play. 2-0, halfway is a 3. Second base pivot, Johnson's a 0. 1-3, and we have a 6-4-3 twin killing. It's a 5, so that's not going to happen, but they will get the force on George Scott. 4-6 force play. Now Reggie Smith is a new runner at first, and his attempt is a 3. Nope, can't do anything. Brings up the Hawkaroo. He struck out his first time up. Brabender, 5-3, and again that same result. Strikeout to a righty. That's a 17 though, so it's too high. We'll go to Hawk. 2-1, ground ball to second. Another double play chance. He's a 3. Halfway is a 4. The pivot this time is the shortstop once again. Aparicio is 0. 1-4 for a double play. And they can't turn it again. It's going to be another 4-6 fielder's choice. So Harrelson is on with 2 outs, and he's an attempt of 4. And he does get the lead sign to steal. He's a 12, -2 is a 10. Haney's a -2 is an 8, so they're going to call that off. Down 3-0. A 1-8 is not good proposition. So here's Rico. Brabender, 3-4, strikeout, 17, too much. Go to Rico. 3-4, and as they fly to center to end the inning. So no runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still 3-0 O's. Red Sox running out of outs. And last night's hero, Boog Powell, steps to the plate. Here in Game 2, I should say. His home run won it. Broke up a 2-2 tie in Game 2 of the doubleheader to give him the sweep. 4-1's a range play. We go to Boog Powell for that. 2-5, and that's a ground ball to third. Not a good sign. Joe Foy's a 1. So 1 for a range, and that's going to get by him. Single or a double. That's a single. Leadoff single for Boog Powell. He has an attempt of 1, but I doubt he's going to do anything. His steal attempt is only a 5. So we'll roll it just for general purpose, but he's not going anywhere. Here's Davey Johnson. Stange, 2-2, walk chance, 6, and he will walk him. That's the first 2 on, and now the Red Sox bullpen will get active very quickly. They have left-handed action down in their bullpen. Sparky Lyle, there's no time to wait around. Sparky Lyle is in the bullpen for the Red Sox. He is warming up in the pen. He is Sparky Lyle. So Stange now. Nothing on the strategy. Here's Larry Haney. Stange, 6-2, strikeout chance, 16, too much. We go to Haney with Brabender on deck. 6-2, ground ball to short, possible double play. He's a 2. Halfway's a 3. The pivot at second, though, is a -1. So we're back to a 2. 1-2 for a double play. And if I could get the thing to do what it's supposed to do, we would find out. So let's try now. Yep, not going to be a double play. It's going to be a fielder's choice on Davey Johnson. So it's going to be 6-4 on the fielder's choice. Boog Powell will take third. Haney is safe at first, 1 down. And Haney's attempt is a 1, but doubtful he gets anything for that. He does not. That'll bring up Brabender. Not going to worry about doing kind of squeezing or anything. I think just have him swing away. Stange, 6-1, not tired. Go to Brabender. 4-3. That's a fly to right field. Could be a sacrifice fly. Hawk Harrelson's arm is a +1. So sacrifice fly is a 0 for Brabender. So now let's go to the runner at third. Boog Powell's a 2, but it's a +1 arm. So 1-3, and Powell will score. He does not. He's got a hold, so it was not deep enough. 2 down for Luis Aparicio. Nothing going on. Stange. 2-3, strikeout chance, 11, too high. Aparicio will swing it. He's 2 for 2. 2-3, he's going to ground to short this time, though, to end the inning. So Stange pitches out of it. For the Orioles, they get no runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 left. So Lyle will sit down as Stange managed to get through that. And now it's going to be Gibson, Stange, and Foy due up against Brabender. Still kind of early to pinch hit for Stange, I think, in the 5th inning. That's kind of early. This is 1967 after all. Brabender, 3-3, ball 1 on a wild pitch. 3-4, strikeout 18, too high. Go to Gibson. 6-5, star 6, and that is a ground ball to second. Davy Johnson handles it. 1 away for Lee Stange. Brabender, 4-1, strikeout. He's a 20, so he will not strike out. Stange gets the swing, 1-5, but he grounds it back to Brabender. 2 away for Joe Foy. 6-1, walk chance 18 is too much. We go to Foy. 5-3, star 1. It's a ground ball to Davy Johnson. Another 1-2-3 inning for Brabender. And we go to the bottom of the 5th, still 3-0. Favor the O's. Red Sox offense remains dormant. Kurt Blefary will lead off. He doubled and popped to second. Stange, 4-1, range play. We go to Blefary. 2-4, and that's a star 3, which is a ground ball to first. Checking the range of George Scott. He's a 4. So 1-4, and George Scott will take care of it. And he does. He flips to Stange covering to retire Blefary. 3-1 if you're scoring at home, and you know you ought to be. Here's Paul Blair. Flew to center twice. 4-1's another range play. And a Blair, 3-6. That's a single to third, but it's a range check on Foy. He's a 1. So again, most likely will be a single. And it is. Base hit for Paul Blair. His attempt is a 2. Nope, can't get it. We're not going to have Frank Robinson hit and run. He's got too much power for that. So Stange to Robinson. 5-3 is a blank. We go to Frank Robinson. 4-6, single pass second base. S4 to get from first to third. You need a 3 or better, and Blair is a 3. So that puts runners on the corners, and now the bullpen is up again. This could be the last batter because Sparky Lyle is ready to face Boog Powell if need be. He's back up and tossing again in the bullpen. 20, but he has nothing on his card. So Brooks Robinson facing Frank Robinson with runners at the corners. He's a good double play candidate. They're going to try to turn 2. 5-1's a ballpark card going to Memorial Stadium. 4-1, it's a double to left field for Brooks Robinson. His second double of the game. Paul Blair will score, and that's going to be it for Stange. Frank Robinson is a 3. The double went to left field, so Yastrzemski's a -1 arm, so a double to left, score from first. It's a -2. That would bring Frank Robinson down to a 1. Needs a 1 to score, and he does not, so he will hold at third base. But that's going to be it for Lee Stange. They cannot go any further with him. Lee Stange is out of there. He is out of there in 4 1/3 innings of pitching. And Sparky Lyle will be the new pitcher to face Boog Powell. Can't close the book on Stange just yet. He does go 4 1/3. And he's going to give up 3, 5, 6, 9 hits. So far, he's given up 4 runs, but he's responsible for these 2 as well. All of them are earned. He only walked 1, and he struck out 1, 2, 3, total of 3. So now here comes Sparky Lyle to try to save the day, or at least keep it from getting worse. Infield is in with runners at second and third, and only 1 out. Infield is in. Nothing on the Havoc. So Lyle to Boog Powell. 2-6, wild pitch. That's an 11, so he corks a wild pitch. to bring home a run and move Brooks Robinson to third. That run is charged to Stange. So not what they wanted out of Sparky Lyle. Infield still in with the runner at third. 5-1 possible error. Looks like the Red Sox are imploding again. 4-2, that's a ground ball to, 4-2 is a star 5, ground ball to short. That's Petrocelli. That's a 6. Petrocelli's an 8. That's going to be a boot. Petrocelli will boot it, E6. That brings home another run. So we can finally close the book on Stange. He gives up 6 runs. At least 5 are earned. Maybe the 6th one might be as well. Depends on what the rest of the inning holds. But at E6, that's the second error of the game on the Red Sox. Or is that the first? That's the first. They had a failed range play. That's the first actual error. So E6. Powell is credited with an RBI because they were going to, you can't say he wouldn't throw him out at the plate or whatever, so we'll give him a credit for an RBI. Here's Davy Johnson. Lyle to Johnson, 4-5. That's a home run question mark to a righty. He's a 1-17. That passes. Davy Johnson needs a 13 for a home run. And he gets it. A 2-run bomb. That makes all these runs earned now. 2-run bomb for Davy Johnson and Sparky Lyle. If he was the answer, I don't know what the question was, because he just does not have it, and he's going to be in bad shape. Only second batter he faced. Maybe the error on Petrocelli did something to him, but 5-run innings, now 8-0, favor the Orioles. And the Red Sox, I think, have pretty much packed it in. Lyle, 2-1. That's the ballpark card. Haney, 3-1, is going to ground to second. That is 2 down for Brabender. Lyle to Brabender, 3-5, and that is a blank. Go to Brabender. 6-6, ground ball to second, and that's going to end the inning. But 5 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and nobody left. So we go to the 6th inning. It is now 8-0 Orioles, and the Red Sox just are beside themselves. They don't know what to do. Sparky Lyle has gone. He pitched what little bit he could. He pitched 2/3 of an inning, did Sparky Lyle. And he's going to give up a run on the home run, the 1 hit. Gave up the inherited run. That was the other big thing. So 6 runs, 5 were earned off of Lee Stange. The only unearned run was Boog Powell. So now new pitcher coming in for the Red Sox when we go to the 6th inning. And it looks like it's going to be, who's coming up for the Orioles? Aparicio. All right, so it looks like they're going to go with Billy Rohr. Will be coming in to pitch for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 6th. This is truly mop-up duty. So Rohr just looking to give him some innings. Basically all we're talking about there. But it's going to be Andrews, Yastrzemski, and Scott due up. Brabender 4-3. That is a blank. We go to Andrews. 5-1. Ground ball right back to Brabender. That's the 3rd time they've grounded it back to the pitcher. So really, not even their outs are meek. So the Red Sox just, it's like they're meat eaters and they've been invaded by vegetarians or something. I don't know what's going on. 3-6, and that's going to be a blank to Yaz. So Yaz will get to swing it. 2-3, and that's a power result to left field. Against a right-hander, goes to 19. That's a 5. That'll be a double to left. So Yaz, one of the few Red Sox who actually is hitting in this game and in the series. He's done well in the series, but not getting any help. Strategy rolls are off, so don't have to worry about those. Brabender 2-1. We go to the ballpark for George Scott. 2-4, and that's ground ball to first. That'll get the runner to third, but now there are 2 outs. for Reggie Smith. Brabender just relaxing now with an 8-0 lead to work with. 3-5, strikeout chance, 2, got him. So the 1-out double from Yaz comes to nothing. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. And it's still 8-0. Still those goose eggs on the board for the Red Sox. And Billy Rohr will now be in to pitch. Facing the top of the order, Aparicio, Bluffery, and Blair. Billy Rohr, 4-2, walk plus. 16, he walks at an 11. That plus is definitely going to be a walk. Oops. Definitely going to be a walk. Leadoff walk, but strategy rules are off, so no stolen bases to worry about. Here's Bleffery, lefty on lefty, 6-4. Strikeout, 4, got him. 1 away for Paul Blair. 2-6, and that's a blank. Blair, 4-5. Single to left field for Blair. Aparicio to get from first to third on a single is a -3. So he's a 1. He has to have a 1 to get to third base. And he does not. So he will hold at second. So first and second, 1 out for Frank Robinson. 4-2 is another walk plus. And now we're going to load the bases. Bases are loaded with 1 out for Brooks Robinson. Infield is back for the double play. Rohr is a +2 double play rating, so they're definitely back for the double play. 4-1's a strikeout, 10 too high. Go to Brooks. 6-6 is a double to center field. Brooks Robinson, his 3rd double of the game. Doesn't matter if they were in or not. It's a 2-run double, possibly a 3-run double. As Blair and Aparicio score, Frank Robinson is a 3. The double went to center, so it's a +1, makes him a 4. 1 to 4, he will come around and score all the way from first base. He does not. He holds at third base. So double for Brooks Robinson. He is 3 for 4 with 3 doubles. And it is now 10-0. Favor the Orioles. Here's Boog Powell. Infield is in. 4-4. Range play with the infield in. That's a bad sign. 6-2. It's a single to center, but it's a range play for Reggie Smith. He is a 4. And he makes the catch, but is it a sacrifice fly? His sacrifice fly rating is a 2. It is a sacrifice fly to center field. That makes it 11-0. As coming in to score is Frank Robinson. Now, Rohr is tired. They're going to try to get him through the inning. Try to get that last out, which is Davey Johnson. 2-5, walk plus. That's not a good way to do it. Now runners at first and second with 2 outs for Larry Haney. Dick Williams doesn't know what to do with all this, seeing his team collapse this way. Haney, 4-4, single to right field. The hits continue. The Orioles just pounding the ball. A single to right, score from second base. Single to right is a +2. So at second base, actually Brooks Robinson was at third base. He's going to score automatically. No, he wasn't. He was at second base. My bad. So he scores because he's a 3. Well, he might not score. Let's take it back. He's a 3 with 2 outs becomes a 4. The +2 is a 6, so he will score. Davey Johnson to get from first to third on a single to center is a -1. So it makes him a 3. So we're going to roll and see if he can make it. 1 to 3, he does not. He holds at second base. So it's now 11-0 as 4 runs have come in. Make it 12-0, my bad. 12-0. Rohr is tired, but they're going to leave him out there for punishment. 4-6 is a blank. At least he's pitching to the pitcher. 1-6, he grounds it back to Rohr to end the inning. So we get 4 runs. They do it on just 2 hits. There were 3 walks and a sacrifice fly, and they leave 2 on. So it is 12-0 Orioles after 6. And what do you do if you're the Red Sox? You just don't have an answer. There is no answer for anything. And nobody from the Red Sox bullpen wants to come in and pitch right now. So they got to pretty much bribe somebody to come in and pitch. And they'll go to Bill Landis to bring him in to pitch the next inning. That'll be all their lefties, but it really doesn't matter at this point, lefty or righty. Hawk Harrelson will start things off here in the top of the 7th. It'll be Harrelson, Petrocelli, Gibson, and a pinch hitter if we get that far. Brabender 1-6, automatic out against Harrelson, and it will be a ground ball to second. 1 away for Rico Petrocelli. Brabender 1-3. That's a strikeout chance to a righty. 5 got him. Brabender has been in complete control the entire game. He had a slight problem in the first inning, first and third with only 1 out, but then he struck out Scott, got Smith to fly to left field, and it's been Orioles in control ever since. 4-5, and that's a automatic out. And the automatic out will be a ground ball to Boog Powell. So 3 up and 3 down once again as we go to the 7th inning stretch. And I think this is a record for the biggest blowout at the 7th inning stretch I've ever had. 12-0. 12-0. Bill Landis will be back out to face Aparicio, Blefary, and Blair. Although we might start to see some bench players for the Orioles in this. Give some guys a chance that don't get to play very often. So coming into play for Aparicio will be Mark Belanger, and he'll stay in the game to play shortstop. And he's a 3, which means he's a 3-13 and a 0. So Belanger will pinch hit. I'm running out of lead in my pencil all of a sudden. So Belanger takes over for Aparicio. He will hit against Bill Landis. 6-4 range play would go to Belanger. 4-2 ground ball to second. Range of Andrews is a 3. And he does make the play. 1 away for Blefary, but he's not going to hit. They're going to bring in a pinch hitter for Blefary. And they'll go to right-hander Kurt Moten. Kurt Moten is on to pinch hit. And he will stay in the game to play left field, although he's not very good, but at this point it doesn't really matter. So Moten pinch hitting against Landis. 5-3, that's a hit by pitch chance, and he's a 19, minus 10 is a 9, so that 11 fails. 5-5, and that's a fly to left field, out number 2. Paul Blair, let's see if they're going to keep him in the, I guess they'll keep him in the game. I don't know if they want to take out a good center fielder. Probably don't want to do that. Nope, they're going to keep Blair in the game. 5-1, strikeout, 16 too much. We go to Blair. 4-4, and against a left-hander, it's a fly to right. It would have been a triple against a right-hander, but a fly to right instead. And Landis actually pitches a 1-2-3 inning. So we go to the 8th, still 12-0. Brabender can face 27. He's faced 26. And there will be a pinch hitter for Landis as the pitcher spot is due up. And let's see what Brabender, he's pitching a shutout, so we're going to stick with him, give him the opportunity to go as far as he can. Dalton Jones will be your pinch hitter for the Red Sox for Lee Stange to start the 8th inning. So Dalton Jones against Brabender, or Brabender. I keep calling him Brabender. It's Brabender. 2-4, and that's a walk chance. 9, and he will not walk him. He's a 6 plus 2 is an 8, but that's a 9. So no walk. 4-3, and that's a ground ball to second. So Dalton Jones fails. And here's Joe Foy. 3-4, that's a strikeout. 16 too much. Brabender is now tired. 3-3, ground ball to short, but he seems to be hanging in there. 2 down for Mike Andrews. And there's not much left on the Boston bench that's any better than what's out there. 4-4, strikeout 10. Too high. We go to Andrews. Lines it to third. Hit it hard, but right to Brooks. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Brabender. They're going to let him try to finish the game. He earned that right. He's going to stay in the game and try to finish it. And now for the Red Sox, they will go to, just because he hasn't pitched in so long, he's the closer, but they haven't used him in so long. He's the only guy that's fresh. That's John Wyatt. So Wyatt will be on. Let's see what Landis did. Roar. I'm not even worried about what they did because it's irrelevant at this point. So it's going to be Frank Robinson, Brooks Robinson, and Boog Powell due up. Although Frank Robinson may be pulled back, and I think he is. They're going to bring in a pinch hitter for Frank Robinson, give somebody a chance to play. Russ Snyder, give him a chance to have an at bat, and he'll stay in the game to play right field. So Snyder will be in right field, and he is a 3-0 and a +2. And he runs at a 4. So Snyder will lead off the bottom of the 8th against Wyatt. 6-2, walk chance 10, and he draws the leadoff walk. So Russ Snyder is aboard. Here's Brooks Robinson. He's got 3 doubles. We're not pinch hitting for him. 5-2 is an automatic out this time for Wyatt, and it will be a fly to center field. 1 away for Boog Powell. Wyatt 1-1, possible error. 6-2, single to center field. There is no error there, but it is a single. And let's see, single to go from first to third is a -1. Single to center is a -1. Snyder's a 4, so a 1-3. And he gets there. So Snyder, with the extra speed more than Robinson has, he gets to third base. Runners on the corners. Runners are on the corners with 1 out. And Davey Johnson, your batter. Infield is in. Not that it matters. 1-3, home run question mark. That passes there, so we're going to roll a 1-6 for Davey Johnson. And it's not going to be a home run, so they'll go to the Johnson's at bat. 1-2, ground ball to short, possible. Well, actually, the infield's in, my bad. Drops him to a 2, so he's going to hold. And the only play will be to first base, Boog Powell taking second. So now runners at second and third for Larry Haney. But they're going to pull Haney back. He's been catching a lot of games. He caught both games of the doubleheader plus this game. So they're going to let Andy Etchebarren have an at-bat. Actually, no, they're not. They're going to let Vic Rosnovsky, talk about a guy that didn't get any playing time. Vic Rosnovsky is going to pinch hit. And he'll stay in the game to catch. So Rosnovsky. 6-2 is a walk chance. 19 is too high. We go to Rosnovsky. 2-5. Power result to right goes to 13, but that's a 19. Deep fly to right. Hawk Harrelson hauls it in, and the inning is over. So no runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 left. So we go to the top of the 9th, and Brabender's going to try to finish what he started. He'll be facing Yastrzemski, Scott, and Smith. And he is tired, so if he hits the parentheses roll, he's going to have to come out for exhaustion. Brabender, 4-2, possible error on a ground ball. Yaz, 1-2, ground ball to first base. That's Boog Powell. That's a 15. Powell is only a 9, so Powell will get it, and he will flip to Brabender. 3-1 for out number 1. Brabender 2 outs away from a complete game shutout. 6-3. That's a range play. Go to Scott. 3-4. That's a liner to third. Brooks Robinson is a 5. And he snags it. Out number 2. Down to Reggie Smith. Brabender, 2-3 is another range play. Go to Reggie. 6-1, ground ball to third. It's hit Brooks Robinson again. He's a 5. They keep hitting it to the wrong guy. But this time it's a 6. It's going to get by him. So that's going to be a base hit. Keeps the inning going and the game going for Hawk Harrelson. Brabender. 1-2. That's a pitcher result, so he's going to have to come out, but he could complete the game if he gets an out here. Pitcher result 1-3 is an automatic out. That's a 19. We go to Harrelson. 6-5. Power result to left. That's a 17. It only goes to 16 against right-handers. That's the kind of game it's been for the Red Sox. It goes to 16, but that's a 17. It's a deep fly to left. Hauled in by Moten at the track, and there's your ball game. Brabender hit that fatigue, but the game is over. He finished it. He gets the complete game. In the 9th for the Red Sox, they get no runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. So for Brabender, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He pitches a 5-hit shutout. No runs and 5 hits. And an error for the Red Sox. And for the Orioles, they get 12 runs. 3, 5, 6, 10, 12. I've got them for 13 hits because there were a lot of walks in this game. So for the Red Sox, they got 12, 13, and 0. My pencil will hold out a little bit longer. 12, 13, and 0 for the Red Sox. And, of course, with the loss, Boston loses their 70th game. And also they've been swept 4 games in a row by the Orioles. And they now drop 5 games behind the Tigers. And the magic number for Detroit is now 2. Any combination of 2 wins by the Tigers or 2 losses by the Red Sox will end it. And the next game on the 24th, the good news for the Red Sox is they have the 24th off. They do not play on the 24th. On the 24th, the Tigers will be in Washington to play the Senators, and that'll be the next video. But the Tigers looking to almost wrap it up with a victory over the Senators. But right now, 157 games for Boston. They have 5 games left, and they're 5 games back. So a Detroit win would make them 92-64, drop them 5.5 back, and virtually pretty much put everything on ice. But hello, Marlon. Didn't see you coming at the end. Chat was kind of quiet tonight. I don't know if it's because it's late or whether it's because RJL just finished his game or whether the game was 12-0 and that's what caused it, or people were just tired of didn't want to chat for whatever reason, which is fine. No big deal there. We got through the game pretty quickly. Like just over 50 minutes we finished that game. Tabby's here, but she's quiet. She's been quiet the whole night. So she's been well behaved. So there you go. The Red Sox fall 12-0. So in the last 3 games, they were shut out 7-0, lost 3-2, and lost 12-0. So if I calculate that right, that's 22-2 in the last 27 innings for the Red Sox. They've been outscored by the Orioles 22-2. So the next game, actually on 9, I take it back. The Red Sox do not have the game off on the 24th according to my schedule. I've got them both playing on the 24th. So we could end it on the 24th. If Detroit wins and Boston loses, it'll be all over. and the replay will stop, and we'll go straight to the World Series, Tigers and Cardinals. And I'll use the Cardinals' exact lineups, and then the Tigers, I'll have to make them up because obviously they weren't in the 67 series. But I'll come up with something. But anyway, that's going to do it from here. Next video on the channel will be on Saturday afternoon, the NBC Game of the Week in Stratomatic 1973. It'll be from Fenway Park in Boston. It'll be Paul Splittorff and the Kansas City Royals against Dick Pole and the Boston Red Sox. And in 73, Boston and Baltimore are in a dead heat. Just after the All-Star break, they were in a dead heat for first place in the AL East. And now Tabby wants to say something. Come here, Tabby. All right, come here. She says to reward those that stuck around, she will make her presence felt. There you go, Tabby. Come here. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Let's move this over for you. There you go, Tabby. She's making noises. I don't know if you can hear it or not. I don't know whether it's picking up on my microphone, but she is making noises. So anyway, she is happy because she's a Tiger fan. She's a Tiger fan, so she's very, very happy. Right, Tabby? She's very, very happy about that. So anyway, get back to your perch, Tabby. There you go. All right, so that's going to do it from here. Final score, Orioles blitzkrieg the Red Sox 12-0. G. Brabender, a complete game 5-hit shutout. You could give him the player of the game, obviously, for pitching that shutout, but Brooks Robinson didn't do bad. 3 for 5 with 3 doubles. That certainly would qualify to be a player of the game in most games. Davey Johnson also a home run, a single, and 2 walks. Stolen base and a couple runs scored. That's not bad either. That doesn't suck. So both of them could qualify, but to me, if you even in 1967, if you pitch a complete game shutout, I'm giving you the player of the game. So Gene Brabender gets the player of the game, and we'll get ready for Detroit and the Senators in the September 24th game. And if Detroit wins, let's look at it, see if they win. They'd be 92-64, 5.5 games up. And if Boston loses, that'd be 87-71. They would be 6.5 back, or 6 games back rather. They'd be 6 games back with only 5 to play, and it would be all over. So that's what they're going for. Hey, Al, haven't seen you in a while. Good. Let me bring Tabby back here for you, Al. Hold still. There you go. There you go, Tabby. Oh, watch out. Watch out, Tabby. Watch out. There you go, Tabby. Good girl. She's a Tiger fan, Al. Sorry for your Red Sox. They got blitzed 12-0 by the Orioles. But Tabby's a Tiger fan, and she's loving it. So she's having. Hey, don't bite me. All right, that's gonna do it for you, Tabby. You can get back. You can go back down now. Come on, there you go. All right. Well, anyway, thank you guys for tuning in again. Hope for a closer game. It just didn't materialize the way I'd hoped it would be, but 12-0 just doesn't cut it. Like I said, in the last 3 games, the Red Sox have been beaten by the Orioles 3-0, and they've been outscored 22-2. And if the Tigers may have a chance to clinch tomorrow night or September 24th. It's probably going to be on Sunday when I play it. But right now, they're 5 games. This is through September 23rd now, actually. So through September 23rd, Tigers are 91-64. Red Sox dropped to 87-70. 5 games back, 6 in the loss column. And Detroit has played 2 less games, but they've got doubleheaders scheduled the last 2 games of the season against California, but may not even get there because the series might be over at that point, and Detroit might win the East and go on to take on the Cardinals. Either way, we will be doing the World Series whichever one of these two teams, if Boston makes a miraculous comeback and wins, then they'll be playing the Cardinals. If not, it'll be the Tigers playing the Cardinals. So that's going to do it from here. Hope everybody has a wonderful Thursday. The weekend is almost here. Don't forget, 1 o'clock p.m. on Saturday will be the NBC game of the week. The Boston Red Sox host the Kansas City Royals. Dick Pole for the Red Sox against Paul Splittorff. So until next time, on behalf of Tabby, we wish you a wonderful rest of your evening and hopefully safe weekend. And until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play. I would choose to play it. I will see you all down the road.